Hey everybody, welcome back. Northern Lion plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. 60 wins in a row. I don't know why, I just got a little shot of anxiety as a result of saying that, and I shouldn't, because this run feels really good with Daddy Longlegs and Cricket's Body already. YRR6, HA41. We also have Butterbean. I'm going to choose not to hold that against the game, although I think I have every available right to. But you know why I can't feel bad about it is because we did get Eden's Blessing on the last run, and Eden's Blessing is probably what is allowing us to have Daddy Longlegs, which is not just the most valuable item on this run right now, but one of the most valuable items in the game. At least, like, top 25. And I don't mean that, like, that sounds insulting, you know? Somebody was like, oh, you're one of the top 25 students in this school. You'd be like, well, what's the matter? Like, I can't be, like, top 10 even? Yeah, you know, no one's getting a medal for being in 25th place, but you gotta consider that's pretty good. If you're at a school, well, I was gonna say if you're at a school with, you know, oh my god, that was a crazy jump there. If you're at a school with like 200 students, that's still pretty good, as long as you're trying your best, you know? I don't even know what I'm trying to get at this point. I'm just saying the item's good, alright? It might even be better. It could be a top 20 item. I hesitate to say top 10 because, you know, would you rather have this or Brimstone? That's a pretty easy decision, but either way, it's a good start. The only thing that frightens me somewhat is Cricket's Body plus something like Fire Mind, but I actually think that with Tractor Beam, that, oh wow, Super Bandage is a great pickup here too, but I think that with Tractor Beam that might like completely nullify my earlier concerns, because all of our shots from Cricket's Body that's split, if you watch closely, they're staying in the Tractor Beam and then just doing like a ton of damage when they actually land. I know we didn't get a Tinted Rock on that last floor, by the way, or a bomb to access the Tinted Rock on the last floor, but that's okay. Life goes on. But I mean this sincerely. I think that I've never considered this before, but Tractor Beam Cricket's Body seems like an amazing combo. If we could get this and the Parasite, and then, I don't know, maybe even Fire Mind at this point would be sweet, but we'll have to... We'll take that as it comes, I guess. We'll also take it like a man, steady and strong. I don't remember the other lyrics. Keybagger. Well, this is an item that I would say is pretty horrible. It does contribute to Super Bum, which effectively gives us no value, but is cool to see at least. We get that, like, Chroma Squad sort of transition when it happens. I do want to go to the Curse Room. I think it's pretty unlikely that we have to go to the Curse Room before the Deal with the Devil. I don't think, like, what we get on the Deal with the Devil is really good, or what we get in the Curse Room is really going to change what we take on a Deal with the Devil. We're going to take Guppy items if they show up regardless. We have the HP for it. And we are almost done with the second floor 2 minutes into this run, so I think it's pretty clear, especially considering that we fought difficult-ish bosses. It's pretty clear that we're in a decent spot here, especially in terms of DPS, but also in terms of our actual HP itself. Yeah, we're going to take both of these. That was never in question here, so we'll take Guppy's Head. Now I'm slightly more concerned about our HP, but still not much. Guppy's Head and Dark Matter. 2 luck downgrades, 1 friends till the end, and 1 relax. So I'll consider that more of a punishment than anything else. I think we still go to the Curse Room, and this is probably... Okay, well, maybe we cool it a little bit here. This is probably where the run is going to be at its most tenuous. Just give me, like... Okay, I mean, honestly, you taking that is very sensible. It's perfect! Oh my god, I can't believe that this actually... I mean, I'm saying that it worked. I didn't intend for it to go down like this, but we got Keybagger to eat a key that we could not access. He gave us a bomb. Well, he gave us a red chest, which had 2 troll bombs. The troll bombs were close enough to give us a bomb. Now we can access a Tinted Rock. Whether it's Small Rock or, well, let me put it this way. If it's Small Rock or Spirit Hearts, I'll be happy. If it's a golden chest, we might have to talk about it. Small Rock, that's dope. I am going to force myself into this room. I regret everything. So, like I said, this is probably where the run is going to be at its most tenuous, but we are also very strong as a result of, well, I mean, look at the items on the right side of the screen. Almost everything that we picked up has been pretty sweet. A bomb or a Spirit Heart is totally fine here. And we'll take the Spirit Heart for 3 cents. We could get 2 Spirit Hearts for 5 cents, equivalently with that bomb, but it's not a guarantee, so figure we'll just play things the easiest way we possibly can, head down to the next floor, and our DPS is going to be, like, disgustingly good. Yo, we're getting way more poops that give us money on boss rooms than normal lately. This is a little ridiculous. Maybe they've changed it recently, but I thought that only petrified poop gave you meaningful odds to get that. Either that, or maybe we're just rolling, you know, like a D100 and getting 100 more often than we'd expect. Okay. I took a hit on this room. I took a hit in Ibiza. I didn't take it. I don't even know what an Ibiza is. To be honest with you, I'm not totally sure I even know what a hit is. Are we talking about Snow's 1994 hit Informer? Because that's the only hit I've ever been intimately familiar with on that level. On a Spanish island or otherwise. I again find myself feeling a little apprehensive here. And I don't think I need to. I think that we just need to survive to the point at which we find, you know, probably another shop. And we should be good. Buy a Spirit Heart or, you know, maybe get HP from the boss or something. But I did double down on DPS. And I didn't just say that because it's got a nifty alliteration in the name there, but I doubled down on DPS because I truly believe that that tends to be the best path to victory. However, I think sometimes that can steer you wrong, if I'm being honest. Where is my Spirit Heart here? It's over there. Where is my Spirit Heart? Oh, there's another one. Keys, please? We weren't gonna get that in all likelihood anyway, so I'm not too perturbed, but I would like to access the item room in case you're confused about how I feel about that. That seems like something that would probably be a positive for me. Okay, let's grab this. It seems like Win 61 is gonna be... disregard. That's what I get for being cocky, trying to take that pill. I was gonna say it seems like it should be pretty plausible. And I mean, it should be pretty plausible, even with this speed downgrade, but this is us being pretty fucking slow. And because of YouTube's new content guidelines, I had to think very carefully about whether or not I actually wanted to drop an F-bomb there. I decided the situation is frustrating enough to warrant the use of that particular expletive. Low speed is an insidious kiss of death on some occasions. Because, you know, a bad trip costs you 1 HP and then you're done. A speed downgrade can cost you 1 HP per room until you die, depending on what kind of enemies you come across. Thankfully, we have really good damage, and Sad Onion improves our DPS, and then we also have Daddy Longlegs on top of that, which helps out even more. We got Crackjacks with no trinket. So, I think I know what happened there. Like, I used Guppy's head and perhaps interrupted Crackjack's dropping the trinket somehow and just short-circuited the game's logic, but, I mean, I think it's fair to say I'm not particularly thrilled about that. A trinket could have been a positive thing here, so just add that to the list of incredibly specific things not to do in Isaac. Also, I would recommend maybe not walking over spikes, especially when your speed is super low and you should have every ability to dodge. But that's just me. You know, your mileage may vary. Maybe walking over spikes is a good thing for you. A little embarrassed. That's okay, though. We're still fine. Thank God we got Crackjacks. Even though it didn't give us, you know, what we rightfully deserve. Let's try for a Magic Mush. Ooh, we got a trinket anyway. In all likelihood, this is better than the average trinket, so I am okay with that. Alright. HP's still good. We got a Lump of Coal. Lump of Coal's amazing with Tractor Beam, and maybe Cricket's body helps it out. I can't remember if the damage for our shots gets reset when the shot actually splinters, but you get the idea. It's a positive nonetheless. What is not a positive is I lost a lot of HP on that floor that was very preventable, but I don't think we played poorly on this run. You know, the spike tax is something you pay on a run on occasion. I want to get out of this mindset that any damage you take on Isaac is, like, preventable. That's not to say that, you know, that damage wasn't extremely preventable, but there is kind of like a mindset in the community sometimes, I think, that, you know, if you ever take damage in Isaac, what are you doing? You have 3,000 hours in this game. Well, you know, a couple of things. You're gonna take damage from time to time regardless. Nobody's perfect, nobody's nerfect, right? Great opportunity for more bombs, by the way. But we want to minimize preventable damage, but I also don't want to destroy my own morale and be like, I'm an idiot who can't do anything right just because I took some damage, you know? Sometimes Randy Johnson throws an air ball. You know, sometimes he's in the shootout. It's the bottom of the 9th. It's the final game of the Seven Nations Rugby Cup, and Randy Johnson tries to throw a strike, but instead he throws a strikeout. Sometimes Tom Brady is up there with a full count on penalties in the World Cup, and he totally Patrick Stephans it, you know? These are mixed metaphors. Intentionally speaking, though. Please, like a key? Just throwing it out. Or a bomb, it doesn't really matter. I guess we did get a luck downgrade, so we would expect that to have kind of a... Catastrophic might be a strong word, but to have a significant effect in terms of our actual ability to get consumables here. Please, stop giving me enemies that split into other enemies that are also frustrating when they die. We're doing really well right now. Actually, our DPS is so good. I feel very confident we're probably not going to take any damage en route to our boss fight here, which means now that I've said that, we definitely will. No, there's a bomb, so that's probably item room access. Or I'd rather go to an item room than a cursed room, I think, if we only have the choice of one. I mean, this is our damage right now just with Guppy's head. We don't even have, like, the mulligan or anything like that. There we go. HP plus luck up. Hey, this is good, don't get me wrong, but I really want a speed upgrade. And I'll take a speed upgrade that's not that amazing. Are there speed up? Like, I'll take just a vanilla speed upgrade if that's what you want to give me. I think, you know, I will go to our shop first. And it could be greed. It could be greed. If it's greed, it's greed. It's not greed, obviously. We'll take a spirit heart. There's no key for sale, which really bums me out. I think we'll take this card, and it's Judgment. I think we'll put it down. I think we'll play this Judgment, and if it gives me HP, I'll consider this pretty useful. Now, do you use a bomb for an item room, or do you use a bomb... Wow. Either way, we got HP. Or do you use a bomb for spirit hearts? Because we just bought a spirit heart... Well, it's not necessarily spirit hearts, but tinted rock. You know what I mean. I think we use our bomb... Instead of putting it into a, you know, very sensible index fund that tracks the S&P 500, we're going to put it on black here. We're going to put it on evens. We're going to go to the roulette table, and we're going to try to turn our money into something a little bit more valuable for us. That's not me saying gambling is the right option in this situation. It's just me saying that let's go for the high risk, high reward here. Or, you know, medium risk, potentially high reward. And it didn't work out. That's life. I think I'm going to ignore that pill. Pills have a tendency to be a little dicey from time to time. We are at least a minute and a half ahead of schedule, so I think we do come in here and we gamble a little bit again. I'm going to take myself down to 1 red heart. This at least gives us the money to buy something on the next floor as well, especially after I bought that battery. I'm a little cheesed off, if I'm being honest. New no-nos. We're gonna go to the Bob Trap room. One of those is correct. And see if there's a red chest, which there is. And it actually contains a spirit heart. So I think relatively good trade. And again, like, really, we're at our strongest in this run, not when we have to rely on my meager intellect to make big plays, but instead when we're, you know, just holding a directional button and hitting enemies and destroying them as a result of our great synergies right now. So I think that it's in our best interest to play to those strengths and just do combat whenever is necessary. I even, like, almost feel that this run is worth doing boss rush and not even teleporting outside of it. You know what? We got 2.5 spirit hearts. Let's squander a little bit more time and come to our cursed room. I regret everything. I gotta be honest, cursed rooms have not been crushing it lately. Gary Vaynerchuk would not be pleased with their level of enthusiasm, nor their ability to detect the presence of tannins on their refined or not so refined palettes. We're gonna be moving to Depths 1 here. With a good deal with the devil chance, but not as high as if we'd not gotten one 2 floors ago. What am I trying to say here? We still have, we're burning off 1 more floor of deal with the devil penalty, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that it's not as likely as in some other situations. But we've got 4 HP, and not all of those containers are even filled, so, you know, those are resources not working for us right now. If we can trade them away for stuff that would be more beneficial, that would be awesome. Obviously, you know... Yeah, I think we'll take Paperclip. Obviously, we're working towards, you know, a Guppy Dream here. I'm not gonna suggest that that's necessary for us to win, but it would be nice. I did see a Tinted Rock last room as well. Bombs have been sort of few and far between on this run. And I like that. I like that there's a balance here. This one is not quite snowballing to like a ridiculous level, but our DPS is amazing. Considering we have very few of like the traditional items that cause DPS to pop off, I'm happy. It's rare in this day and age. I think we just ignore that. I'm happier with Guppy's Head, I think. Even though Shoop the Whoop's awesome. It's rare in this day and age that we have a run that's great that makes me go, oh, I didn't know that synergy like existed at all. But I have to say, Tractor Beam Cricket's Head is excellent. And it's probable even that I've had it before and been like, this is amazing. But it's rare enough that I don't recall. Let's, that's almost certainly our second secret room, but I think we got 2 bombs now. Let's blow it up. Get several pills. Luck down, that's a good one. Speed down, all-time classic. 2 tiers upgrades, though. Okay, I'll take it. And we are firing faster. I thought Sad Onion might have put us at, you know, max rate of fire, but thankfully, no. Brownie fight. I think I would probably go on record as saying Brownie is the most difficult boss fight on the Depths 1. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. Alright, Cat o' Nine Tails for shot speed up. The one thing that keeps me from being like, this run is set right now, is just our base speed. Not our base speed, but our augmented speed as a result of taking that speed downgrade pill. If we could just get, like, Speedball, or even, you know, Wooden Spoon, maybe even just, you know, Blood Bag, I'd feel safer. I'm actually very thankful this is greed. Maybe we'll be able to buy something on the next floor. But I just worry that, you know, right now it looks great and you're like, oh, NL, what could possibly go wrong? And then we go down to the next floor and on the next, or not the next floor, sorry, but on the floors that do double damage, like the womb, we go down there and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, actually we can't dodge and we are in a terrible spot. But I don't think we're in a terrible spot, and I don't think we're likely to be in a terrible spot. I just think that it's possible, so I don't want to call it yet. I'm being slightly conservative here with my predictions, but I think that we should be fine. Trying to save our bombs while also trying to find a tarot card that allows us to teleport out of boss rush. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm not trying to find a tarot card at all, because we're using our bombs to find spirit hearts instead. And we will go to that curse room, even though they've been useless so far. Or largely useless so far. Wait! Maybe this is the dream. It is not the dream. We got the tower, which does basically nothing for us. Whatever. Let's check the last room. If we don't get to do boss rush, we don't get to do boss rush, but I'm banking on a teleport card. Instead, we got a luck down pill. Really, you know, met 0 of the criteria that I had presented there. Alright. Let us go down. Boss rush is a secondary concern. And if you're gonna be mad, let's try this. If you're gonna be mad at me for not doing boss rush, I want you to think about for a minute the fact that I'm getting burned by both ends of the match here. Now, you may say, Northernlion, have you ever seen a match? Because one end is deliberately designed not to burn you. And I said, don't tell me how to use fire, okay? Mankind's greatest invention. I'm going to use it as I see fit. To be honest with you, I'm amazed that Mankind was able to invent fire. I'm going to stop this joke right now. The joke was going to be that I didn't realize that fire is just a chemical reaction and not something that Mankind invented and then put into the world. You can write the punchline for yourself. It'll be better than what I was going to make there. Alright. I think we don't want Child's Heart, which is also a great thing to say when you're at a barbecue restaurant. That was bad damage on my part. I still think... Credit card's good, by the way. Credit card we can make plays with. I say can because usually I fail to do so, but at least conceptually it's there. the chances there. But I am going to try to get a teleport card. I don't think it's going to happen at this point. We could Anarchist Cookbook this room, but that strikes me as slightly dangerous. And given that we just played the Blood Bank, I'm a little hesitant to go, you know, all in on that. A Strength card is okay, but I think Credit card accomplishes the same thing, but in a strictly better format. Key Beggar is not going to pay out. We are making still good time. We are behind schedule, but our DPS is good enough that we don't have to be behind schedule for long if we don't want to be. Another key, I think, is very useful. We're not going to sacrifice 2 Spirit Hearts to open all those chests in that past room by walking on spikes. I think that would be near suicidal, basically. Proptosis is huge! Okay, so, I mean, I feel weird not being ecstatic about Proptosis, because it is an item worthy of ecstaticness. However, we really did not need DPS urgently. Would I rather have Proptosis or a speed upgrade? Look, keep it between you and me. I'd rather have Proptosis, but a speed upgrade is probably the smart money right now, considering our damage was already, like, really, really good. That being said, you know, we don't get to choose what we get in most situations, so there we go. There's our teleport, and I do think that if we can get into and out of boss rush with this Joker card, that is more valuable than getting free deals with the devil. Or one free deal with the devil. If we can get endless free deals with the devil, different story. But can we make it in time? That's the real question here. And I believe, and I now think that we will. And we're gonna miss out on our shop as a result. We're gonna miss out on some keys, but I do think it's worth it. At least in terms of conceptually, it's worth it. We don't need to go to the deal with the devil here. Oh right, we have Curse of the Blind, so we have no idea. Bottom right, Libra. Ooh, this is interesting. And I'm gonna go, like, just all the way on Guppy's Paw here. I don't know. I will say that Libra has made our speed much better, but it seems to have lowered our rate of fire. I'm assuming it's probably lowered our damage as well. But we still seem really good. Remember, I mean, it balances all stats. So the fact that we're really fast must mean that our damage is quite good as well. Unless, like, you know, for speed is way more meaningful for speed than it is for damage, if you know what I mean. Like, not... It's like having, you know, you could say, like, oh, we're going to balance, you know, your bank account and your triglycerides. You know, one of those is probably going to be really good for you, one of them is probably going to be really bad for you. You know, you don't necessarily want, you know, the number of miles on your car to equal your high-density lipid cholesterol reading. Great dodging there. The fact that we have such high speed is the only thing that allowed us to not take damage for being an absolute idiot there. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm saying that we're going to win. We have 11 Spirit Hearts, and our damage has gotten worse, but I don't think it's markedly worse, and we're one item away from becoming Guppy. Like, if this was a presidential or gubernatorial election, which I just, you know, you might say, did you just want to say gubernatorial because it's a great word? And the answer to that question is, yeah, it's one of English's greatest words that we probably stole from another language. If this was an election, though, CNN would be calling it for Win 61 right now. And I'm pretty stoked. But I gotta be honest, at the risk of sounding ungrateful, I'm a little bit less stoked for Win 61 than I was for Win 60. I think, you know, we should be excited about palindromic wins. We should be excited about any win that's tough. And, we should be excited about wins on the 10s and the 5s. So 65, 66, and any tough wins in the process there. Not all wins are created equal. Some of them have more ceremonial interest for me than others. 61's just sort of a filler win. I'm having a good time on it, but it's a filler win nonetheless. I know what you're thinking. Do we go to the curse room? I think the answer is yes. We spent a Spirit Heart to do so. That's not that bad. I do think that, oh, this is an XL floor. I forgot about that. Yeah, we will take the Cancer Trinket. I think you do try to knock out everything here. Do we fight Hush? That's kind of the interesting part that I've not really talked about. I think this could be a Hush-worthy run. We haven't fought Hush a lot recently. But I'm not willing to put our run at risk to fight a boss that I don't like that much. I will fight Mega Satan. Mega Satan is like the cherry on top of a fun run. You don't get too many opportunities to fight him. Hush, on the other hand, is like, you know, every run, there's at least the chance for a while of you fighting Hush. And he can be a frustrating boss. He can also, even if he doesn't kill you directly, you know, he can contribute to you being in a shitty spot for later. So we need to think about it. But we'll see how things change, you know, if we get to deal with the devil here. Steven, remember, like, all upgrades now that are stat upgrades are all stats upgrades, which is great, but sometimes terrible, because sometimes you just want a concentrated, you know, bonus in one area. I think Libra tends to be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm an adult. Libra, I think, tends to be an item that is not well-liked by, you know, and I mean this with love, by the tryhard Isaac community, because it carries uncertainty with it, and certainty is pretty important if you want to win, you know, hundreds or even dozens of runs in a row. I think it's pretty clear, having taken a little bit more damage. Maybe Hush was a little bit ambitious. So I think that Libra, it tends to be a little bit of like a gamble. Not a bad item. Oh my god, that damage. Not a bad item, but a gamble. We're going to head up to the next floor. This does, to put it politely, minimize our chances of becoming Guppy. We have 6 HP. Let's be very prudent, because on this floor, you know, things could go wrong. Our DPS is such that I don't think they will, but 6 HP is not enough to feel extremely confident where we're at right now. Hopefully, okay, I mean, I would like to get Blank Rune. I was kind of hoping to take that down to the chest, if you don't mind. I was gonna say, hopefully there's a secret room adjacent to our curse room. Obviously, that's not gonna be the case. We could Hanged Man in, but I would be very disappointed if that cost us, or contributed to us losing our streak. So we're gonna save that and put it in the maybe pile. This is one of those runs where I kind of feel self-conscious, because I'm like, yeah, we're not strong enough to fight Hush. Yeah, I don't want to go into the curse room. Despite the fact that, you know, we're at like 24 minutes and we're on the cathedral. So, like, obviously something's going right in this run. It's not even a glass cannon run. Like, it's actually just a good run. But still, HP's not quite at the level of certainty where we're like, easy, guaranteed win. We do need to hold it together here. We were one Guppy item away from probably doing like every single optional boss fight and having a great time doing so, but instead we gotta kind of be like, okay, let's just take the guaranteed, you know, high percentage chances here and live our lives. And then, you know, save the zaniness, hopefully for win 62. The DPS is really good. And if nothing else, I'm amazed at how fast this run popped off. What is this room? It's a library? Yeah, it's a late floor or a late game library. With a tower card and a Book of Belial, which matters very little to me. But we did find our boss fight. This guy should be dead before he makes his second move. Thankfully. I don't think I want to take that pill. Now, this is important. This is like a bellwether for the rest of our run, this Isaac fight. I would love and feel very safe. I would feel safe in the arms of the angels here if we can beat Isaac without taking any damage. Then I can stop putting on airs about this run being a little tricky and blah, blah, blah. And that's pretty much what happened there. So hopefully we get a Blank Rune Yera, a Blank Rune Perthrow, and we have some good stuff as a result. I guess we have to start with this in case it's Yera. It's not Yera, it's Onsus. Also good. Eve's Mascara. So I think Purity only is good for us. It can't be bad. It gives us a stat increase highly, which is a big all stats increase. And it doesn't lower any stat, to the best of my memory. Eve's Mascara, on the other hand, I think is double your tears for half your rate of fire. So effectively, it doesn't change any of our stats at all. So I'm not going to pick it up. Because that seems deleterious at best. Well, deleterious at worst. At best, it would change nothing. And Eve's Mascara is one of those items that tends to be like, you know, it could ruin your run. So, you know what? I was just thinking, like, you know, I'm self-conscious. Let's take Eve's Mascara. Yo, the old NL would have taken Eve's Mascara. Yeah. I mean, you might be right, but if it results in the most preventable loss of all time, is it worth dredging that up? I don't know. I'm 50-50. You know what? I like to think of myself as an Isaac experimenter. Let's take Eve's Mascara into the boss fight. Intellectually speaking, it seems like it should give you no change to your stats. If it totally fucks over our stats, at least we'll only have one room to do. And we should be able to handle that room. And if it doesn't do anything, then we were right, and we tested something, and we have balls. To some extent, at least. So let's go back. Again, this is something we don't have to do. But I'm going to do it regardless. I don't know. It seems like... It seems like it's lowered our range, weirdly enough. Maybe shot speed is not affected by Libra? I don't know. This is weird. It seems like our damage is still fine, though. I guess I should have been stoked that we had Libra as well. I didn't even think about it, but because we have the Cancer Trinket, that's a huge all stats increase in general. Or all stats up in general. But it looks like we got an easy win here. A little disappointed I took damage at all at the end there, but sure, win 62. Some ups and downs, but in general, a fairly simple time. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.